Halloween is here, where locals can take their kids to trick or treat.
A wanted man is dead after a shootout with police. Why lethal force was used.
And a university student is expelled from his fraternity for a Halloween costume. Why the country is up in arms. UATV News starts right now. Happy Halloween and welcome to this spooky edition of UATV News. I'm Sawyer Bessie.
And I'm Andrew Epperson. Thanks for joining us. Local families were out on the square trick-or-treating this afternoon. Thousands of people attended the 15th annual trick-or-treat at the square event earlier today. UATV's Nathan Smallwood is live with more.
Each year, goblins, ghouls, princesses, and superheroes come together to take all of the candy they can from local businesses. Families young and old enjoy the event each year. But one Fayetteville family was attending for the first time.
We moved here about a year ago, and it's for sure this little guy's first year here at this event, and it's just amazing. There's thousands of people out here all trying to get as much candy as possible and enjoy the Fayetteville weather.
The businesses don't seem to mind being bombarded by candy requests either. In fact, they enjoy it.
It's special to get out for these events. It's good to let the community know that we're here, that people of all businesses, whether it's for-profit or non-profit, that we want the kids to have a safe environment to be out to trick-or-treat. I love seeing all the little kids out here in the different costumes because most kids pick the costume they love. I have a grandson that's 3, and he actually loves it.
There were a variety of different costumes to see, but some of them stood out amongst the rest.
My favorite costume that I've actually seen today, I think I would have to say I seen this little kid in a dinosaur, and it had the little legs on, and it had the whole little body, and it was just really cute, and he's probably 2 years old.
With events such as carnival games, face painting, and of course getting candy, there are plenty of things for families with children to do.
He's having a blast. He's just he's a little puppy dog just hanging out. He's loving it.
Trick-or-treating has been a part of American culture for over 100 years. But the origins of trick-or-treating can be traced into the Middle Ages.
Well, just how much do Americans love celebrating Halloween? How about $8.4 billion worth? That's an all-time high in Halloween spending. A little bit over $3 billion worth of that is spent on Halloween costumes. Candy represents $2.5 billion more dollars.
The University of Arkansas bookstore is celebrating Halloween this year with a Facebook costume contest. All you have to do is take a photo of yourself in costume, post it to the U of A Bookstore Facebook page, vote on your favorite costume by liking, sharing, and commenting on the photo. First place will receive a $100 bookstore gift card. Second place will receive a $50 bookstore gift card. And third place will receive a $25 bookstore gift card. Winners will be announced on November 1st.
Well, one accessory could make for an eye-popping costume, but it could also cost you your vision. Doctors say not to buy colored contacts from Halloween stores or online. Colored contacts can be used as an accessory for Halloween costumes, but can also cause viral infections and even blindness.
Those contacts aren't made in a factory like the prescription ones that you may get to help you see better, and so we can run into bacteria in the solution that are on the contact lenses. And then once you put them on, if they don't fit you well, those contact lenses can do some real damage.
To safely get a pair of colored contacts for Halloween, always make sure they're prescribed by a doctor.
Not all illegal costumes are as subtle as colored eye contacts. The scary clowns that have caused uproar around the nation have police in Northwest Arkansas worried about safety this weekend. UATV reporter Sky Farrell tells us how some students are changing their Halloween plans.
Creepy clown sighting phone calls are pouring in at police departments across Northwest Arkansas. In one night alone, there were more than 5 clown sightings reported across multiple cities. Students at the U of A say at this point they're scared to be alone.
I'd have to go with someone else, not be by myself. Up until now I'd say I'm comfortable walking around campus at dark, at night, but it definitely makes you more aware of your surroundings.
Fayetteville police say they've avoided specific warnings about the clowns to prevent a panic. But Corporal Dallas Brashears does suggest playing it safe this Halloween.
We would discourage anybody from dressing up as a clown, going to public places, and intentionally trying to scare or surprise someone. Again, that's just a good way to get yourself hurt. People are easily excitable. We have, people who carry weapons, and if somebody feels threatened by somebody doing that, whether they intended to harm or not, they got to be careful about getting themselves hurt dressing up, like a clown and trying to scare people.
Even though Halloween should be a time of fun, students may be staying home this year.
Probably stay in, especially if there's clowns roaming around. Probably stay inside.
Maybe I won't go outside for Halloween. We'll just play it safe.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of clowns. That's why I'm staying inside.
Clowns are being arrested all across the U.S., and police say students should never hesitate to call 911 if they feel in danger.
But last night, students did feel in danger. UAPD received multiple calls about people dressed as clowns across campus. But UAPD says there are no reports of those clowns harming or harassing anyone. They also remind students that just seeing someone in a clown costume does not mean a crime is being committed.
If anyone's threatened, harassed, intimidated, or in any way bothered, they should call the police, but just seeing a person in that costume is no reason to call.
UAPD has a full staff this evening, but says it's just like any other holiday and not to be alarmed. Well, a University of Central Arkansas student has been expelled from his fraternity after painting his face black for a Halloween costume. The photo, posted to a private Instagram account, says it was taken at the Sigma Tau Gamma House. It appears to show a white student in blackface, and the country is now up in arms.
It goes against everything that we teach, that we believe, and what we stand for.
The student, Brock Denton, issued an apology on his Instagram account saying, quote, "I apologize from the bottom of my heart and absolutely never intended this to happen the way it did. I would never ever have done this if I would have known the domino effect that followed."
Well, it may be Halloween, but it certainly didn't feel that way today.
I know, right? It was so hot. But will that be our final heat wave for this season? Let's send it over to forecaster Selena Nelson, live outside Kimball, for more.
Well, you guys, we had beautiful weather all day, as you probably know, but the scariest thing about this Halloween is that we're nearly 20 degrees above average for this time of year. Currently, we're at 71 degrees, and that is great temperature for Halloween. Let me tell you, you guys can go out, show out your costume. Kids will have a great time, won't have to worry about the mosquitoes, and we can really take advantage of this Halloween weather. Now, actually, currently, October's monthly average of rain is 4.1 inches, but in this October, we have only racked up 2 inches. Now, that is going to make a big difference for these fall temperatures, but I'll be back with more on that and your national in a little bit. Back to you guys.
Supporters for medical marijuana are challenging the Arkansas Supreme Court. The Arkansas for Compassionate Care is filing a motion to rehear Issue 7. Recently, Issue 7 was taken off the November ballot over dispute of the number of valid signatures. The issue was one of 2 ballot issues for medical cannabis in Arkansas.
Voters hit the polls in masses during the first week of early voting. The Arkansas Secretary of State's office says more than 200,000 people participated in Arkansas's early voting election period this past week. The last day to early vote is November 7th.
Enrollment for the 2017 spring semester is here. Students may begin enrolling on their specified date, which starts for some students tomorrow, depending on your year and major. Students can find their enrollment date for the spring 2017 semester by going to UA Connect online. A new area of study will be available for students next semester. The Fulbright College has added the Middle East Studies program to its curriculum to give students diverse courses reflecting the region's cultural practices and religions. The program will be administered by the Center for Middle Eastern Studies, an academic and research unit in the Fulbright College. An Oklahoma fugitive is dead after a shootout with police. The events leading to the standoff.
Dangerous behavior claims 2 lives in Texas. Details when UATV returns.
Coming up on UATV, the presidential race heats up as Trump and Clinton get set to face off in their first debate. What you need to know.
Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue wrapped up over the weekend. The number of arrests from the event coming up.
And the Razorbacks marching band took on Jerry World. Our team takes you on a journey inside the mayhem of playing at AT&T Stadium. All that and more, UATV News starts right now. Welcome to this Monday night edition of UATV News. I'm Sawyer Bessie.
And I'm Andrew Epperson. Thank you for joining us. With the first debate tonight between presidential candidates Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, the nation begins to hit the polls to see who they want to be the next commander-in-chief.
That's right, Andrew. In preparation for the first debate, we take a look at the Arkansas polls according to TalkBusiness.net. The latest polls show Trump in the lead with 55% of Arkansas voters. Clinton is at a 20-point deficit with 34% support.
The national polls are much closer than the actual states. The latest polls show Trump at 44% support among U.S. likely voters compared to 39% support for Clinton.
Libertarian candidate Gary Johnson now holds 8%, with Green Party candidate Jill Stein at 2.5% of voters. Still remains undecided.
With the debate less than an hour away, the two candidates have been preparing for the sixth segment debate for weeks and will finally face off one-on-one.
There will be a lot of discussion, but the three main topics will come down to America's direction, achieving prosperity, and the security of the nation.
Each candidate knows to be ready to talk about each topic, but aside from that, it's hard to know what they will say during the debate. The ability to ask questions and receive genuine answers from the candidates is a part of why the debate is unique.
As viewers, we have the opportunity to see them in a more natural and unrehearsed setting. This gives voters the ability to see the candidates in a new light. UATV reporter Mary Kay Carson tells us more.
Thanks, Sawyer. You're right. We students here on campus have a major potential to make an impact on the election here coming up. But today I went around campus and talked to students about whether or not they plan to show up to the polls this year or watch the debate tonight. Here's what they said. Young adults make up about 10 to 15% of the voting population in the United States. But are millennials using their right to vote? In the 2012 presidential election, about half of the young voters showed up to vote. Now that may seem like a large percentage, but it was actually the lowest amount out of any other age group in the U.S. Many students say that their reason for not voting is because they don't think that their vote counts or that they have a voice. But statistics say otherwise. In the 2012 presidential election, around 5 million of President Obama's votes came from young voters. Some say that if the voting age was from 30 years old and up, that Mitt Romney would have been president for the last 4 years. So what causes such a low amount of voter turnout in the millennial generation? Is it a dislike of politics?
I try to avoid it at all costs because it's very stressful. I don't like the conflict that goes on.
A lack of time?
Got a lot of homework, so I don't know if I'm going to be watching TV tonight.
Or just a lack of general information. So how can the presidential debate help educate students as they get ready to vote?
So really what debates are now, especially since they're televised, are image events. And so we're going to be watching to try to determine whether or not there's a candidate that we like that represents sort of who we are.
The debate will put each candidate under the public eye and allow them to answer questions without the help of a pre-written speech or a teleprompter.
You're watching to witness a gaffe, to watch an odd moment of maybe authenticity or personal honesty.
Some say that they hope that this opportunity will give students the information that they need to make a decision when they get to the polls this November.
A lot of people say that their vote doesn't matter or something like that, and I totally disagree with that. I think you should vote for the best one of the two that you like. Regardless of party, I think you need to vote for who you like.
Right now I'm in the studio with U of A senior Jake Kite, who studies journalism and political science. So Jake has been taking an honors course this semester designed around the relationship between government and the media. So Jake, what's something that you've been able to take away from the class this semester?
Well, I think through a lot of really unique opportunities that we've had from AP reporter Jesse Holland coming in and other guest speakers coming in to talk to us about how the media has an important role, but really a responsibility to bring the truth and bring it efficiently and effectively to the people.
So the debate tonight is unique in that it puts the candidates in a new medium. So how do you think that this is beneficial for people watching?
Well, I think that ever since the first presidential debates, all the way back in when they were first televised between Kennedy and Nixon, it's really an opportunity for candidates to present themselves as just people, but people that are really knowledgeable about what's going on and who people want to vote for.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for being here with us, Jake. For UATV, I'm Mary Kay Carson. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Mary Kate. All eyes are on the presidential debate, and for international students, this is a learning experience, watching it unfold for the first time on American soil. UATV's Taiwan Johnson is live with the story.
I'm here at the University of Arkansas, and in just under an hour, the first live presidential debate will kick off. And as you can see, the campus is already excited for the debate.
This is the most anticipated debate in modern politics, and people can't wait to see what the candidates have to say. The debate will take place at Hofstra University for the third time, and the first time that both candidates will debate in the same place. The debate is expected to have more than 100 million viewers, one of them being international student Jota Froholt, who says he can't wait for the debate to kick off.
Being from overseas and seeing politics here in America, it's a lot more aggressive than it is back home. You know, they're going to be jabbing at each other and coming up with some crazy facts about each other. I'm super excited about it.
Like Froholt, many say that this debate will be a turning point in the election, and history has proven just that. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Taiwan Johnson. Back to you at the desk.
If you aren't busy and aren't able to watch the debate, you can follow it live on Twitter using the hashtag Debates2016.
If you are at least 18 years of age and have met all requirements to be a voter, voting registration ends on October 10th. You can fill out your registration online and mail it in or show up in person at your local designated voting sites. You must be a U.S. citizen to vote.
While some people will sit at home and take the debate in from their couch, others are taking a look at local restaurants for the event. UATV's Lance Lloyd joins us live from Foghorns. Lance.
Yeah, guys, pretty typical, normal Monday night crowd here at Foghorns. A lot of people enjoying food and drinks and even some Monday night football. But what's not typical is the extra crowd that the debates have brought tonight. Now, I spoke with manager earlier today here at Foghorns, and they say just how much more prepared they have to be for that extra crowd.
We'll bring in an extra probably 3 servers just for the debate alone. The last time they were here, they brought probably 150 plus people just for the primaries. So with this being actual election stuff, it could be way more than that.
Now, there is definitely an entertainment feel to this election cycle this year, and some people are even placing bets. Now, according to odds makers at sportsbettingdime.com, Trump has 1 to 4 odds of being fact-checked twice as much as Clinton, and on the other side, 1 to 3 odds that Clinton refers to Trump's alleged ties to Russia, and many others there you can see on the screen. But for now, there's a lot of people here just having a good time and waiting for that debate that kicks off in less than an hour. Reporting live in Fayetteville, Lance Lloyd, UATV News.
Thanks, Lance. Local bars and restaurants will have the debate shown throughout the upcoming months towards Election Day. Well, today we finally cooled down and felt that fall air.
Hey, but are we clear from those hot summer temperatures? Let's take it live outside to Ceci Hernandez. Ceci, what can we expect for the rest of this week?
All right, guys, looks like fall is finally here. I'm outside at Kimple Hall right now, and it's very chilly outside. I'm sure some of you woke up this morning and put on a jacket or regret putting on a jacket. I regret not putting on a thicker sweater on right now. But let's take a look at your current condition. Your current condition is 66, and it feels like 66, so it is a bit chilly outside. And then let's take a look at your 3-day forecast. Your 3-day forecast is a high of 51 and a low of 78, ending the day with a high of 45 and a low of 71. That's all I have for you right now. Thank you. Back to you.
Well, according to Fayetteville's police chief, the 2016 Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue rally lasted 4 days. A total of 26 arrests were made in the Dixon Street area. Of those, 22 were locals. Majority of the charges involved public intoxication and disorderly conduct. No fatalities were reported.
A Springdale High School senior passed away on Saturday in a one-car crash. Kyler Williams was driving down Highway 21 when his vehicle left the road at around 9:35 p.m., killing him in the process. Williams was an all-state wide receiver for the team and scored 3 touchdowns in their homecoming game just the night before. He went on a recruiting visit to the U of A just 2 weeks ago.
An armed robbery at a local business. Last night, the department responded to a call from Formosa Chinese Restaurant on College Avenue for a reported armed robbery. The victims reported walking outside after closing time and being assaulted by 2 people dressed in all black, fleeing into a nearby wooded area afterwards. Anyone with information is urged to contact police.
Victims in Houston are recovering after shots were fired in a shopping mall. The motive behind the attack.
Unrest in Charlotte, North Carolina seems far from over following the police killing of an African-American man. What protesters are demanding when UATV returns.